Let's go. Let's go a day early. And I know a lot of y'all haters out there think I came a day early because it's breaking news like all these sucker MCs do, acting like they breaking news after they breaking news. You can't be doing no podcast after the story break to hear you get your thoughts. Don't nobody give a damn about your thoughts. The news already been broke by Nick Khan. The news already been broke by Triple H. The news already been broke by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. So why the hell am I going to do a podcast after y'all break all the news? This podcast is early because Chef Justin's an important cog in the machine, brother. And he couldn't do Wednesdays. How about that?
I'm an essential worker out here. Essential workers matter.
You damn right. Essential right, worker. You damn right. So that's why the podcast is on a Tuesday. It ain't for the breaking news. Oh, we gonna talk about the breaking news? You damn right we gonna talk about the breaking news, but we ain't acting like we breaking the news. We ain't breaking shit.
It's already been broken.
It's already been broken.
It's been broke.
Hey, Uncle Shay, and Stephen A. They was breaking it on First Take today. They already broke the news. Scoop. The Rock, not DJ. He ain't DJ no more. He The Rock.
Listen, The Rock reclaimed his name a la Kunta Kinte. Got his name.
Wait.
Don't listen. They used to call him Toby. Now they call him The Rock.
You hear him?
I can't even with him right now. If this is how we're starting,
That's how you reclaim your name in these streets.
Brother.
Listen, we're going to get to the breaking news, but I don't give a damn about that right now, to be honest with you, because they've been talking about it all day. What I do care about is Seth freaking Rollins.
Yes, sir.
What I do care about is WrestleMania 40. What I do care about is a man who's earned the right to bring the title into WrestleMania 40, whether he hobbles or not. And that is the great Seth freaking Rollins. But I will defer to Chef Justin on this topic and ask him a simple question. Is it fair for Seth Rollins to be able to hold the title a bit hostage? Because traditionally, if you can't be a fighting champion, you have to relinquish said title. Seth Rollins is your boy. What's your take or assessment on that?
Well, as the aficionado of the Seth Rollins fan club, I do think he should hold on to the title. What they should do is take a page out of the UFC and just crown an interim champ, and then you can have champ versus champ when he's ready to go. So you don't have to have any storylines about, titles he never lost, going, having to be in a match that he shouldn't be in because he never got pinned. That's the best way you could probably do it. I don't know if you can Roman Reigns it, if you will, and have him be off, not in matches on TV, but not in matches for that long. I guess you could. You could have him just doing vignettes. Everyone's doing their, putting their rehab on social media, so he could do that. And the rebuild, you can bring back the old moniker, rebuild, redesign, reclaim, whatever you want to, that Seth used to have when he was the architect, you know what I mean? You can bring that back. But, it would suck if he's forced to let it go, per se, in kayfabe. But based on how they roll with other champions, he can probably hang on to it until he's ready and maybe push it for Mania. And, maybe they go a couple months and see what his progress is and then determine if they need to have a tournament, to crown another champ or do chamber for a champ. I don't know, man.
I actually agree with what you're saying. I just wanted to present the question to you because traditionally that's what happens. I believe he's earned the right, and I believe Roman kind of set the precedent. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think Roman has set a precedent. It's not like this is a new thing, but it feels like it's a little bit different. If Roman can go pay-per-view after pay-per-view, premium live event after premium live event, and not defend his title, then I believe Seth Rollins has earned the right to rehab, especially when it's for a reason and not just chilling. Yeah. To rehab and be able to face a CM Punk, because I'm pretty sure that's on the table.
To take off Chamber and take off Rumble to rehab, right? Like if Roro can sit out between WrestleMania and SummerSlam, or between Survivor Series and WrestleMania,
he won't even be at the Chamber. He might not be at the Chamber.
Right. That's what they're saying, that he's not going to be at that event. So it's like now they're going to have to flip flop and create a new story, because they're going to need somebody to headline these not big for pay-per-views, right? Because Seth was doing that. Seth was, facing Shinsuke at Fastlane. Seth was fighting pretty much everybody. So if you don't have your workhorse, then you're going to have to put the belt on someone to be that B show champion.
DP, what say you, brother?
I think it goes a little bit further than Roro. Brock Lesnar set the precedent.
There you go. See, exactly. See, bring it back. Yeah, bring it back.
Man. Yeah, man. Like, I haven't seen anybody relinquish anything outside of a torn ACL,
Mm-hmm.
The thing about it is with it, somebody leaked the information and Seth Rollins had to address it, because
tired of that shit.
People were thinking, I know it's sickening, because people need to get a cap on things. People need to watch who they're talking to, because they're out here spreading this information to Sean Ross Sapp or somebody less than that, or a Dave Meltzer out here playing 5 different ways.
Sucker MCs, all of them. I'm telling you.
It's unfortunate, because
they are one of the reasons why the wrestling business is not taken seriously. I'm serious. You are not cute for this Barbara Walters breaking news bullshit, especially when you're breaking news that ain't really news to break. You are not cute. I'm telling you, you're one of the reasons. I'm telling you, after people killed kayfabe, they almost killed the business.
He ain't winning no pageants. That ain't.
I don't care. And people think I'm playing too. Even when I see them cats at press junkets, they get no love from me. I walk right on by them dudes. I can't stand them, man. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I can't stand anybody that thinks they're cute for trying to be in the biz and trying to spoil stuff and ruin stuff and break this and break that. Man, watch the product.
That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to wait on the information to come out, and we didn't even need to know Seth Rollins was going to be hurt if he wasn't going to miss WrestleMania.
Come on, man.
It's pointless. You're having him. We could have built around that. He didn't have to. We could have cut promos. Could have did this. Did a tag team match. There's so much different shit that he could have did. That way, we did, as fans, didn't need to know, and it's putting Seth Rollins in an unfortunate position because he's a workhorse, and we could have worked around that, and he's been doing a phenomenal job, exceptional. We could have
had him attacked in the back, and was it Drew? Was it Jinder? Was it
something? And then now the things get leaked like a rusty pipe in a 200-year-old house, and now you gotta go call 6 different plumbers to come fix a situation that shouldn't even have been there in the first place.
So much storyline, so much things you could have done to protect this dude and protect the story and protect the lore. The reason why WWE started showing all the surgeries, because he you know what? If we gonna have some news, we might as well break the news.
Might as well.
It might as well be us that breaks the news. So that's why they started doing that, because y'all go ahead and mess up the flow and mess up the sanctity that is professional wrestling. We might as well get on the front foot of it ourselves and talk about it. So I was kind of unfortunate to see all this stuff come out about Seth, and then Seth comes out and be like, who told y'all I was missing WrestleMania?
Right.
Who told y'all that? He goes, come hell or high water, damn the doctor, I'll be pulling up in Philadelphia.
But the doctor already said he don't need surgery on the torn MCL. They need it, because I was listening to Dr. David Child break it down. And the MCL, Evan, you know this because you play basketball, and I'm sure you know people have dealt with this information, but the MCL can heal on its own unless it's something absolutely catastrophic. And if he doesn't need surgery on the meniscus, then he'll be good at the latest time 3 months, but that's pushing it. Seth Rollins will be back in plenty of freaking time.
I hope so.
He should be. As long as he don't need surgery on the meniscus, and it sounded like they're pretty confident. He wouldn't say he was going to be at Mania if he wasn't going to be at Mania. This isn't a Cody Rhodes situation with a torn pec. It's just that.
I agree with that, and I agree with what you're saying based on the assessment by the doctor. And like I said, it sounds insane, but we're in the golden age of like tears and things like that. We're like ligament tears and ligament damage. We're in the golden age of that, meaning they have so much information and they have so much rehab and recovery. And I really believe that if Seth comes out on national TV and says that he feels confident he'll be back, then he'll be back. Because he deserves to go into 40 with that title.
I mean, I could tell just by the brace that he was wearing that it wasn't like super serious, because I've injured my knee. I've torn ligaments. I've had surgery on both knees. My daughter recently, dislocated her kneecap and was in an immobilizer. So like there are levels to his injury and there's levels to the rehab and the keeping the leg in place or not being able to bend it, or the limited, access he can have to moving around. So he walked to the ring. He didn't have a cane. He didn't have a crutch. Like, I think he'll be okay. And like you said, there's going to be so many different ways for him to heal quickly and effectively. And the perfect rehab, they cater rehabs now to specific parts of your knee or whatever you need to heal. They have all these exercises in PT to get you back where you need to be.
Absolutely. And like I said, I like that you gave your perspective and your experience based on personal experience. Like my stuff was it was different. Like when I tore my groin, that's a groin tear. It was different. It was 2006. We're not talking about 2006. We're in 2024. Right. I didn't have the medical coverage that Seth Rollins had. Like I didn't have listen, Charlotte damn near about to pull up the WrestleMania herself. You see Charlotte Flair. You see Charlotte in that lab right now trying to pull up from WrestleMania. So listen, this was just a moment to talk about Seth and for a speedy recovery and get your thoughts and perspectives on the Architect and ask you a question if you believe he deserves to walk in to hold on to the title without automatically relinquishing it. You answered all those questions. I agree with everything you said, and speedy recovery to the great Seth Rollins.
Absolutely.
Same.
Here we go. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Nick Khan, Triple H. I know y'all didn't see Mr. Mustache, Vinnie Mac ring the bell, but make no mistake, this still don't get done without Vince. You know why? You know why?
I seen a picture. The mustache is gone.
Hey,
you know why I know that? I know that because Nick Khan said it today. Anyone thinks I don't know what I'm talking about, all glory goes to the great Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Who do you think decided to bring Nick Khan in? This is something this old man is always playing chess. He damn near playing chess with one hand and Rubik's Cube with the other hand. Y'all are so far behind of this old man. This old man is done. He's too through Magoo. Does he want to be in control of creative still? Probably. But even the OG understands that it's time to move on to a fresher mind, younger idea. And I get so tired of people acting like they don't know where Nick Khan came from. He didn't fall out of the agent tree. He didn't fall out the turnip truck. Vincent Kennedy McMahon brought him in because that's what shrewd businessmen do. So what I'm trying to say is because he brought him in, this deal was done. And let me tell you something right now before I kick it to y'all. Do you want me to read how crazy some AEW fans are? And this is why WWE fans go against AEW fans and then AEW fans go against WWE fans. The reason why they do that is because they read silly stuff like I read sometimes. And I had to screenshot this because I was so flabbergasted by this. This is why people start this war, which is no war, because WWE's had a head start. Somebody posted in public, AEW getting kicked off Warner Brothers Discovery? ? Nah. Raw got kicked off cable. Bruh. In dead serious.
What?
Kicked off.
Okay.
Bro, they just signed a $5 billion deal for a streaming service. Kicked off.
Right. That to be live on a streaming service. Like, what did you say?
They're about to make history. See, this is what I'm talking about as far as not knowing what you're talking about and just being a mark. Don't stop being a smart mark and understand that Netflix doesn't go live for any shows. The only thing they've ever been live for was Chris Rock stand up.
That's Chris Rock.
They're about to be live every Monday. Are you? Do you
or whatever day
or whatever? Don't even
have to be Monday.
Do people understand what has just happened today, guys? WWE once again has done the unthinkable. This deal don't even make sense. I don't even know how they did it, bro. I don't even know how they did it, and it's been done. They got Dwayne The Rock Johnson, bruh. Sade don't got shit on Nick Khan and the rest of the crew. She ain't got nothing on them. Like, let's keep it a buck.
He said, how you create a streaming network, sell the streaming network, then get billions from another streaming network, all while having multiple network TV deals with other companies. Only Vince.
Come on now. Like, we could try to turn this into some AEW WWE thing, but this is not what it is because WWE's had a head start.
This ain't that.
This is the tortoise and the hare, and I don't care what Aesop's fables say. The hare ain't losing to the damn tortoise. That's a moral because the tortoise was hot dogging and it's all about keep on trying, all that bullshit. Let me tell you what happens in the real world. Faster things win. Things with head starts win. That's what they do. Listen, I don't know if I could beat Usain Bolt if I get a 50-meter head start, but that'll mess up my analogy. So that's neither here nor there. But what I'm trying to say is there's never been a competition between AEW and WWE just because of time. It's just because of time.
Right.
This is not a knock. This is not a diss, bro. It's like, honestly, it's like like an adult versus a baby in years. Seriously, we're talking about a company that's been around getting closer to a century, and then one that's not even been around close to a decade. So what I'm trying to say is when you see these deals and you see these moments happen with World Wrestling Entertainment, they're trying to show you that there's levels to this. We make no mistake. We don't see that company. We don't. They got a tiny little. You ever see a pirate ship? They got the whole crow's nest up there. They got some little guy up there that's in the crow's nest. He's not a captain. He's on the bottom rung of the command chain. But they got him up in that crow's nest just to watch for enemy ships. That's what WWE has on AEW. They got somebody up in the crow's nest that they're paying minimum wage to. And they're watching what they're doing on social. They're watching what they're saying. They're watching who's getting signed. They're watching who's getting released. I can assure you that is it. Because I'm not trying to be funny here. The 2 short years I worked at that company, I learned more about WWE than I ever have in my entire life of watching WWE since I was 5 years old. And when I tell you they did not mention that company one time, I am not being funny. Not 1 second. Not 1 second was spent.
Syllable.
As God is my witness. It was unspoken.
I mean, but why should they be worried? Think about it. I mean, they're moving network to network, right? They're already in with NBC. So moving to USA made sense because they stay within the umbrella of the NBC network. So they don't even have to leave Peacock because one show was on USA anyway, right? Then they branch out and they say, well, we can put our up and coming show on the CW. Like they're doing stuff that people don't expect. And because they're not worried about what other people doing. Then they're like, oh, we can do bigger things and go on another streaming platform. You know, we can leave AEW to wonder what kind of TV deal they can get with TV channels when people ain't got cable anyway, right?
They don't.
So they're like, why don't we, it was Amazon.
Way easier. It's way easier.
Discovery. I don't even think Netflix was mentioned. Disney was mentioned. Like, this was out of left field. But it makes complete sense because you can still have everything that's on the WWE network on Netflix. It's live TV, which they're trying to get into, whether it was going to be football or what have you. So they're getting live content. They're getting all the millions of people who already watch Raw are now going to be watching on Netflix.
Who probably already have Netflix.
Right. Who already have Netflix. You're doing it globally. That's the other part about it. That was one of their biggest problems, Chef. Like having different people in the market, the British market not being able to show the network and Canada not being able to, you know what I mean? They're nipping that in the bud. Exactly.
Listen, man, this
also, not only did they get Nick Khan.
I don't play chess. They play chess.
They play chess.
They
man.
got Ari Emanuel.
Emmanuel.
He is a super agent. They got 2 super agents running the company.
Mm-hmm.
Like in charge, like making business decisions. I don't think they know who they playing with. The entertainment business in general. I mean, a wrestling company just got a $5 billion deal, and they got the pay-per-view rights to come in 2026. Imagine the type of money they're gonna get in 2026 when those PLE rights come up. It's gonna be astronomical.
Not even talking about the Saudi deal. Not even talking about the Saudi deal. We didn't mention the Saudi deal in 10 minutes. We didn't mention Saudi Arabia in 10. Think about this, guys. We didn't even mention that in 10 minutes. They're about to break the Elimination Chamber record when they go to Perth. What I'm trying to say is the reason why I'm saying this is there's nothing that I haven't said before. Because I'm not going to sit here and lie to make a fan base happy because they're living in the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. This ain't Narnia. This is real life. And let me tell you what happens with real life. Go ahead and lose Kazuchika Okada to WWE, and go ahead and lose Sasha Banks to WWE. That is a backbreaker. Because let me tell you why. It's not about what I think about Okada. I know they know what they're doing. I'm just saying that I wouldn't put him in the main event for a while. Sasha Banks is Sasha Banks. Evan, what's your point? My point is, how much talent do you really think's out there in wrestling? For real. How much generational box office talent is out there in the wrestling world? Let's be real. There isn't that much. There's not. Kazuchika Okada's 36 years old, and he's a hot commodity. Everyone talks about Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay better be careful, for he hurt himself permanently. So you keep throwing out these weak ass names to me, and I go, you start running out real quick. You know why? Because generational talents are hard to come by in wrestling. They are. So you think you can lose those two? Okay, listen, boy.
I mean, you're right, Ev. You're right. I mean, you mentioned going to Perth. Like they're like, oh, we're not even really paying attention to how many times you sell out in England or whatever, doing Wembley and whatnot. They're like, okay, that's cute. We're going to go to Germany, France, and Australia. Now what? Sell out. Puerto Rico, sell out. Perth, sell out. WrestleMania, card unseen. Can't get a ticket for less than $800 on the StubHub. What do we talk, guys? We have to stop this foolishness. Watch what you watch. Enjoy what you enjoy. Stop comparing the two. Stop doing it. It's very silly. Just watch what you watch.
Very tribalistic attitude. It's a dog-eat-dog world.
You'll never win. You're on the wrong side.
Lead you to believe there's no way that there should be crabs in the bucket. We should all be trying to eat together because it's a small niche, and quit eating each other ain't gonna make no sense. And there's WWE fans that try to shit on AEW fans too. I mean, it is what it is, and that's wrong as well. But at the end of the day, people need to, especially on the AEW side, just chill out, form what you have going, and stick to the formula. Then elevate, evolve. That way you can grow. Quit trying to throw rocks all the way to the top of Mount Everest. It ain't gonna happen. That's what WWE is. That's the.
Can I interject with a question?
Please
go ahead.
You said stick to the formula. What's their formula though?
Being the alternative that worked in the first place.
Goes.
It worked.
There he goes.
It worked in the first place.
But do they know that though?
But here goes the thing.
They're going back to it though. They're going back to the rankings. They need to stick to.
What is that though?
I don't know.
It's nothing.
They need to quit making CM Punk a scapegoat because he's gone. And there's nothing. Yeah,
you had him and Cody, and you couldn't put 13 minutes together like they just put together in a year, and they did it in 13 minutes. Man, stop playing with me, man. This shit that kind of pisses me off too, because the reason why a lot of people are like this is because of the owner of the company.
Yeah, that he needs to chill. He needs to chill his ass out.
He's the reason why they talk the way they talk. He needs to chill. Listen, bro, especially when I know he's watching Raw.
He might be watching.
I know he's watching Raw. Tony, you watching Raw, bro. And what I'm trying to say is he's watching Raw because he's a fan. He needs to stay off that Twitter and stop antagonizing WWE. Stop antagonizing them and making your fans think that there's competition. There's not. Like some would say Evan Mack's a handsome brother, but I wouldn't dare just pull up on like a Megan Good or a Beyonce or just a celebrity type chick. What's your point, Evan? They out of my league. That's my point.
Hey, I ain't saying man. I ain't trying to pull up on none of them.
But that's me knowing that.
By security. I ain't got that type of time. Get my ass arrested for saying hi. No, they out of my league.
They out of my league. And understanding and recognizing who is out of your league, then you can compartmentalize what you can do and focus on yourself and grow as a human being or grow as a company. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. Everybody always scoffs and rolls their eyes about TNA and Impact. TNA and Impact has some of the greatest wrestlers of all time on their roster ever. Like, so before everyone acts like that's not the secondary, like AEW is a secondary promotion, we got to revisit that too, by the way. Who's really the secondary? I'm starting to wonder. I'm starting to wonder who's the secondary promotion.
I heard shaking his sheets with
I get so tired of this shit, bro. I'm serious. I get so tired of like sitting on this timeline sometimes trying to make a show. And I'm seeing people like, do y'all know what just happened this morning at the New York Stock Exchange? Do you understand the magnitude of that deal? Do you really understand? I don't think people understand what $5 billion is to put on a damn show is.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. It's like you said, there's levels. There are levels to this.
They ringing the bell at the New York Stock Exchange, fam.
And not the first time.
Lucky if it be the first time this year. You know, it ain't the only time. They might have I'm trying to tell you, man.
And just like Jay said, quietly, TNA has been in business longer than WCW.
Yep, he said that last show.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they kind of are second. TNA's too dysfunctional to be the second brand right now.
And not
TNA. AEW's too dysfunctional for that.
Listen, I watch every week. I watch Wednesday. I'm not watching y'all Friday. I ain't watching y'all Saturday. If I catch Saturday, I catch Saturday. But y'all ain't getting on my time. Like that's my life. I have one life to live. I'm not spending all my life watching 15 hours of wrestling content, especially when don't nothing be happening.
Well, right. It's not even worth my time to. I'll check in and check out, but it's rare. Like it's usually for their big pay-per-views. I'm not checking in weekly for what?
I refuse. For what? You don't get my time. You don't get my time just because I'm a wrestling fan. Man, please. I got a wife.
That TNA company,
I got a job. I got a wife. I got a job. So what I'm trying to say is you gonna put together whack shit. I'm not watching it.
Right. I got kids.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I'm serious. I get tired of everybody just you watching everything because you watching everything. Well, I'm sorry, my mommy and daddy don't pay my bills. I gotta pay my own bills. So I ain't got time watching no mediocre wrestling.
Thanks.
WWE just had a square off with CM Punk and Cody Rhodes in 13 minutes. They had both them wrestlers and lost both of them. That's the same reason why I've cursed the Oklahoma City Thunder. How you lose Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook? I curse you. I curse you.
Man, they had a squad.
That was a squad, though.
And
they had a squad.
They lost them all not because of anything, because of just arrogance.
It broke my damn heart.
But they lost because of arrogance.
Kevin Durant said there was
no trade demands. There was no trade demands. It was all because they didn't want to pay a luxury tax.
Yep.
What I'm trying to say is my point is y'all lost two heavy hitters because of arrogance. It ain't because of Jungle Boys because you couldn't control the roster. Period. This ain't because of Jungle Boy Jack Perry. Jack Perry ain't why CM Punk left. CM Punk left because of that place is reckless.
Jack Perry was an opportunity for him to leave.
Thank you.
That was the chance because I'm trying to tell y'all. Look, Evan, when we had the show, when the dude pulled up backstage, I told you my antenna was going up then. I said my shit was going up then. I'm like, why are you backstage? And he had a conversation with Triple H. It's ironic that an opportunity presents himself for him to get fired, and then he knows, well, shit, 90 days after that, Triple H told me I could come back. Let's do it. All we got to do is make this shit add up. Look, I don't want to be known as a cancer. I want to go back and make things right. I want to make a shit ton of money, and I want to do what needs to be done. I want to be seen like this ain't that ain't it. I want to be in front of 90,000 people. I want to feel what that feels like. I want to go out stage and have touch my wrist and have 20,000 people say it's clobbering time. Even if you ain't a Punk fan of CM Punk, you felt chills. You felt chills. I felt chills. We all felt chills because it was a moment. Regardless if you like them, you're gonna feel energy. This shit was crazy.
I say it before, and I say it again. No matter what I say about because it's never anything personal. It's so funny. It's so funny how this is what my daddy always taught me. He's like, it's funny how don't nobody ever give you no props when you're saying good stuff about them. Oh, as soon as you say something bad, now all of a sudden, blah 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 blah. I go, but when I'm gassing you up, it's all good. You know what I mean? And when you finally saying something people don't like, oh, now I don't know nothing. But I knew something when I was saying you were dope, though, right? So what I'm trying to say is when I'm critical of somebody, it's nothing personal. It's just what I'm talking about, what I see from the product. No matter what I think about Homeboy as far as being like an okay talent, I'm like like he'd still be on my roster. I'd still sign him. Sign him. See, but that's I'd still sign him because you know why? Because all I'd be thinking about is the matchups he could have, the rivalries he could have, the promo battles he could have. I put all personal differences aside and bring him on to the flagship. So make no mistake, that moment last night on Monday Night Raw with him and the great Cody Rhodes could main event WrestleMania. If you really wanted it to, it could.
The opportunity at NXT for him to be able to mold the youth and actually put his fingerprints and give back. I mean, that's an opportunity. Let's just be honest. And it's something that really didn't present himself 10 years ago. At least he didn't think that. And now it's like, dude, you was just tripping. We value your opinion. We value you. I promise you, if you come back, you won't even know. We don't even know the type of shit that you're going to hit because there's people out there that ain't seen you in 10 years. Regardless of the folks that pulled up to AEW. And that's not an insult. AEW stands. It's not an insult. The WWE just is what it is. But it showed that the ripple effect that he has just showing up to AEW for the year that he had. And then he comes back to WWE and the fucking roof blows off the place because it's monumental in the aspect that you haven't seen him there in 10 years. You didn't think that was going to happen. It was a cancer. Who was able to get this to happen? We know anything is possible, but who saw this coming? We kind of did, but you didn't see it coming 4 years ago, 3 years ago,
no way.
2 years ago.
No
way. Matter of fact, 4 years ago, if we told you the most interesting thing on Raw would be Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, going at it, you wouldn't believe it. Nobody believed it. You're a damn liar if you thought that that was the truth.
Yo, Jay said, I think all this proves Cody, the savvy business man and producer backstage, was so pivotal. Early AEW was an alternative and was promising and intriguing and had potential to eventually maybe possibly threaten to be competition. But either way, it was providing some things WWE wasn't. Yeah, it's the whole Coke and Pepsi thing. You know what I mean? It's about It's Chips Ahoy or Oreo. It's about having a different avenue. That's why there's a niche audience of New Japan. That's why there are loyal people from TNA. And I do believe in bringing a difference to your product. But where things start getting skewed is getting wrapped up in one man's obsession with trying to topple the evil empire, like the Sith Lord that is Vince McMahon, knowing that he got into this business because of Vince McMahon.
Yeah, it's almost like not to pull Star Wars into it, but it's like just when you think you defeat one boss, there's another boss that steps up. Just when you think you got to the final level and you got to the top of the tower to defeat Palpatine, guess what? He comes back 15 years later. He's still alive. So you're not going to get rid of Vince. I don't care how you try to push Vince out. Vince's imprint is there.
Vince got a good 40 left. What you mean, baby?
Right. The machine will continue. He will probably figure out. He'll be the first person to be frozen, and you know he will live longer than the three of us.
Like Futurama, he gonna be there like Futurama.
Vince pulling up at 2,500. Talking about, hey pal, it's good shit.
Yo,
like, you?
Royal Rumble this week. Ooh. St. Petersburg, Florida.
Yeah, don't say Tampa. It's in St. Petersburg.
It's in St. Petersburg. Stop lying to people, man. People got to travel. 37th Royal Rumble, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say it every year. This is a very unpredictable Royal Rumble, though.
Do you like that they didn't announce everybody finally?
Thank Lord. They're like, give us time. We got a few days. But to answer your question, yes. I prefer you just give me the first 10 and just keep it. I hated that they announced Cody like that.
Well, and last year, like they had the graphic had like 25 people. So you're like, okay, who are the other 5 people about to be? Like, why? And we already know one of them's Cody. So it was like, all right, who the other 4 people going to be?
I'm so happy they did that. I'm so happy. But so we have a men's Royal Rumble. We have a women's Royal Rumble.
Yep.
This is a very predictable Royal Rumble because I'm going to keep it real. There's about 4 people from the men's side that can legitimately win and wouldn't surprise anybody. Mm-hmm. You guys are probably thinking the same 3 or 4 that I am.
Are we?
But maybe.
Are we?
But at the end of the day, you can't do 3 or 4. You guys are on this show to pick. And I'm curious, Chef, who you got winning the women's Royal Rumble? Who you got winning the men's? A month ago, we did who we want or who could, but now I'm asking you for a real prediction and put it on wax. Who's winning the Royal Rumble?
So I'm gonna change up how I was feeling. Women's, I think the person who's gonna win the Royal Rumble is not even active at the moment. So my women's pick, I think it's going to be Liv Morgan.
Wow. To face who? The reason
I say that is because she hasn't been around and she was put out by someone. And lately she hasn't had anybody to fight. And the way they've been putting all this off, I think she will challenge Rhea Ripley. Now, yes, it's not a match, but they were like, you could bring up the angle like she injured her, you know, they were tag partners, blah 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 blah. So I'm gonna just go because I don't really. I hate that it's too forward thinking and it's too on the nose because I was just watching Raw. And they were giving you the by the numbers graphics of the people in the Rumble and the people who have won, and they're pretty much telegraphing that they want Rhea or they want Bianca to go back to back. So I don't want to pick Bianca. It's too right there, and probably gonna be her, and I don't want it to be. So I'm just gonna say Liv. Right?
Yeah, and the cover thing is a bad sign too.
Like there's so many things. The TV show, the
cover,
game cover. So I'm not going chalk, and I'm saying Liv Morgan. Men's wise, Seth being out kind of throws a monkey wrench in who can win because you were thinking whoever was winning the Rumble was challenging for the one of those titles. So if Seth can go, it should be CM Punk. If Seth can't go, then it's Cody. If it's a random person, then Gunther goes wire to wire.
Who's winning?
All right, I'll get it's Cody.
Wow.
Because
to run it back with Roman.
Yes, because again, they're telegraphing it. The only back-to-back winner was Stone Cold, and you know they're pushing Cody. I see the train. I'm trying to move out of the way of the train. It's annoying.
Another cover
guy finishing the story.
That's what the game theme is called. Finish your story.
Right. The whole thing is about I can't stand it. I can't. But it's probably Cody, bro. I'm somebody go. I got nothing, man. That's
DPJR. So right now, Chef has Liv Morgan and Cody Rhodes. He's locked in. DPJR, what say you?
Boldness and chalk. I like that. But hey, on this show, ain't no such damn thing as chalk. Your opinion is your opinion. We don't give a damn what it is as long as you stand on business.
Say it with your chest.
Yeah, like Evan led into this. He said that's why you on here to pick. You're a pig. All right, for the women. I've been bouncing back and forth like a ping pong ball. Back and forth. I think that I'm gonna not sit on the fence, and I'm gonna say Bayley's gonna win the Royal Rumble. I think Bayley's gonna win the Royal Rumble.
Wow.
And challenge who?
Challenge who?
Because she was on Monday. She did show. She pulled up on Monday.
And challenge who?
I mean, Io. Why wouldn't she challenge Io? I mean, it's set up right there. I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna run with it like it's a 4x100 relay.
Oh, by 100.
Yeah, Jamaican style. You hear me, man? Yeah, you seen both. I'm gonna bolt my ass out of
here. Feel the rhythm. Feel the dive. Come on.
It's a Jamaican bobsled team.
Cool runnings.
Yes, baby. Rastafarian. Anyway, shout out Bob Marley, and he got a movie out coming out. Shout out Bob Marley. But it's just right there in front of us. I mean, you can get to Becky. She doesn't have to win. She's already won the Royal Rumble. And Bayley, if she gets the opportunity to win the Royal Rumble, she can go against Io Sky. And then if Sasha Banks comes back just like Evan predicted, it could set up for, Bayley versus somebody who you don't expect. And then it could be Bayley versus Liv Morgan.
Who winning the Royal Rumble, man? Who winning the Rumble?
I'm going Bayley.
Now, who's winning the men's?
CM Punk. I'm sticking with it. It has to happen because the reason being is you kind of eliminated your thought process, Chef, when you said I'm going Cody if Seth is hurt. Seth ain't hurt. And how you gonna get to CM Punk versus Seth Rollins if he doesn't win the Rumble because you don't want him into you want that guy in the Elimination Chamber? Nah, you don't want that guy in the Elimination Chamber. Have him win the Royal Rumble, and you have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I don't understand. He's my wild card to win the Royal Rumble because that way you can have him pull up. I mean, you can have him pull up to the Royal Rumble at 30.
Will Foster, that's not happening. Will Foster, that is not happening.
No,
Jey Uso is not winning.
Happening.
I'm telling you. I love Jey Uso. The fans do not want that. They think they want that kind of stuff. They don't, man. They like when he does well. He has to carry the title. He has to. Yeah. It's not about fans get too caught up in the win. You got to understand. He has to sustain viewers.
Yes, and you got to have if he's going to beat anybody. If he's going to beat anybody, like my brother Jeremy told me, I think he could beat Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship, and we can see what he can do with that belt. And then then we can go from there. But that's neither here nor there. That's not what we're talking about. And I don't believe Gunther has an opportunity to win this year because he still has an Intercontinental Championship. And why in the hell would you put him into the main event scene before 2025 before they get to Berlin?
So you said CM Punk and Bayley?
Yep, CM Punk and Bayley.
Do you I think this is I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this. Do you think WWE already knows who's winning both these Rumbles, like right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. They never don't know. They never don't know, but I'm just saying this is very difficult. This is to not dance a little
Cody
bit.
Doesn't need it, Ev. Cody doesn't need it.
And that's my point. My point is Chef's not wrong because I fear
he's not wrong.
I fear they're gonna run this back, and I am telling you right now, this is very sloppy if they do. It's so sloppy. It's not my fault you guys messed around and didn't give this dude the title in SoFi. But to that point, It's CM Punk, man.
But he is bigger than ever because if you look at last
CM
night,
Punk, Seth Rollins,
I would say
world
it
title.
was about Cody Rhodes 60, CM Punk 40, and it doesn't matter what they were piping in. That's what it sounded like in the middle of that ring when they were going.
Yeah, we
crazy.
weren't there, so we weren't there, so we got to go by what
and
we
that's
heard.
wow. But I have to believe it because like you hear nothing but it's the truth when Cody Rhodes is around. Cody Rhodes, that's why I can see why Chef feels the way he feels, right? Because you got Cody Rhodes is on the cover of 2024. Cody Rhodes just had a documentary come out over the summer. It's Cody Rhodes this, it's Cody Rhodes that, and he's everywhere. He earned it. He does deserve shit. He's earned it. You know,
CM Punk wins the Royal Rumble, man.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Just because I'm gonna tell you why. It's not because he should. It's because I don't want to see Cody versus Roman. Y'all had it. No, I'm sorry. Y'all had. I don't want to see no BS triple threat match either. Nah, man. Nope. Make a decision. Y'all made the decision to not give Cody Rhodes that title. So my point is, y'all can wait till after September. And with that being said, I got the shock of the world, man. I got Sasha Banks coming back and winning that whole thing, man. With zero information, just my gut that I've been thinking about for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. When every sucker MC within a 10-mile radius keep telling me she was already signed, I go, okay. If it happens like I think it can happen, I will. The next show we do, I will let you know why I was right. I can't let you know I'm right now, but I could be right. And if I am right,
the riddle for us.
I know. So I gotta wait because I'm telling you, it ain't happened yet. But give me Sasha Banks winning it. Give me CM Punk tossing Cody. Them still probably fighting in Perth, but CM Punk still being the number. You know, I'm gonna tell you why I really thought about it after we did this, because remember when CM Punk kept saying on Sunday, "Are we gonna be still cool?" Because to me, by him saying that, meaning Cody won't be cool with him and he will challenge him in Perth. You know what I mean? And then because CM Punk will carry that number one contendership to Seth Rollins and challenge Seth Rollins for the title night one of WrestleMania. And the Tribal Chief, I don't know. Because my number one pet peeve in the world is them thinking that that Roman and Rock needs to be for a title. But the reason why it has to be is because they want that record. I know they do. I know it, man. It's too close. Fellas, they're too close to him breaking Hogan's record. They're too close. I literally would be stunned if they forego that. Because think about it. In order to get another champion to that, what did they got to be champion for 4 years? Bruh. It'll never happen again. I'm going to go on record. If Roman ain't the one to break Hogan's record, no one's breaking it. No one. Is that, do you believe me on that? Think about that. Who else would ever do it? Wrong. Chef, who else would you believe to carry the title for 4 years?
You're not wrong. I just don't know what the answer is. I don't. So if what do you do between now and Philly that his title is not up for grabs?
And that's my issue, bro. My issue is I don't think they got the guts to think that the Tribal Chief is the title. Like, that's the real title. So that means Cody would have to take the title off Roman. And I don't think they're willing to do that. This is what I love about the position that they're in. So my point is, this is why I'm always in favor of the 2-night row. 1 night non-title for Tribal Chief supremacy.
Blood feud.
That's the main title. Who's the real Samoan up in here? Then another night, bring Cody, and guess what? Cody loses again. I ain't gonna lie. I would literally, I'd probably be the happiest dude in the world, and I love Cody Rhodes. But I would. If Roman Reigns beats that dude twice, I literally be like, I will get WWE tattooed on the front of my throat.
Right here.
Like,
right here. In black light ink, turn the light off.
I'll be like, listen, I'll get a Hogan tattoo on my forehead.
So who do you guys think the biggest surprise will be to show up for the men's and women's? Obviously, Mac is saying Sasha Banks. Men's, who do you think the surprise is?
Great question. But not a mess around surprise, like a viable surprise, or a mess like a throwaway,
like an actual surprise, like somebody we haven't seen in a while, like an E.
Biggie would be dope.
Strowman
would be dope. Let me go Strowman. Let me go Big Braun. That'd be a good way to reintroduce Big Man.
Andrade.
Ooh, I forgot about that. You right.
Oh, what do you know? Another bag fumble. What do you know?
He coming back, whether it's that or Monday.
Guess where he ain't coming back to. Guess where he ain't coming back to. Okay.
He got a great wife that's working.
How many great wrestlers do you think you can lose? The question is, everybody out there that thinks I'm full of shit, how many great wrestlers do you think you can lose in a company? I'm a firm believer in this. There ain't that many out there. How many Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allens are out there? There's not many. Okay. And I'm just trying to say who has them all right now. Who has the top 10 quarterbacks equivalent in WWE or AEW? Who has the top 10? Who you can argue MJF, but
9 to 10, maybe. 9.
Oh yeah, 10, by the way, and that's another dude that needs to think long and hard about what just happened today in New York Stock Exchange.
What did he pull up?
Hey Maxwell. Hey Maxwell. How about you do me a favor and make me look like a prophet out here and let that music drop? And I'm telling you right now, I will strip butt naked and just start running. I will streak up and down the street like Frank the Tank in Old School, brother.
Good old blue, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Straight out Frank the Tank. Yo, before we wrap things up, it is about that time. We got our Rumble picks out the way. I'm gonna crop this. I'm gonna crop our Rumble picks out, make a little social clip so we get everybody on wax with their thoughts and opinions. Listen, we're doing top 10 greatest wrestlers of all time. We're going around the horn. We have DPJR's last week. And,
controversial list.
Controversial.
So we do the podcast, the Meese podcast, right? DP. I forgot to show you this part, but I'm gonna tell you, keep it real because I don't hide nothing from y'all. So we do every show we do a Meese and a least, so who's great, and who's the Meese of the week and the least of the week.
The least of the week.
Yes, you did.
Shawn Michaels. Oh my God. I was talking to my brother about it. I was like, bro, I will watch it, bro. I was like, for the least of the week, I said, it's somebody we know. Jordan's like, wait, what? I was like, the least of the week goes to the man that put Shawn Michaels at the number 9. You ain't right. Bro, you done thought, I gotta do it in 90s, bro. How many wrestlers are there?
Listen, that's what's so funny. That's what's so funny. There's too many. But listen, okay. So we got Chef pulling up this week.
I was thinking I think I got the 5 wrestlers that Chef's gonna put on his list.
You probably do, but I'm gonna start. So I got an honorable mention list of dudes who started on my note document and then kind of just kept moving down, right?
Oh man, I didn't know we was doing honorable mentions. Now we got top 20. Damn.
I'm gonna just respect the
I'm sorry, Undertaker. I'm sorry, Brock Lesnar.
I'm sorry, Taker. He should have made the list, but he didn't.
It's okay to mention. That's why I like honorable mentions because this doesn't mean they're on your list.
Hulk Hogan is not on my list, but I had a wrestling buddy.
I understand. I get it.
I had a wrestling buddy.
Me too.
So same with Ric Flair. I had them.
This list is gonna be very interesting.
I like that. Hey, I had a disclaimer with Hogan. I had to put every single disclaimer out there before I put them. Hell, I didn't even put him on Mount Rushmore.
I tried. I promise you, Mac. I tried really hard to leave Hogan on my list. I just couldn't do it.
Right
it's your list.
So
coming in
number 10 is the antithesis of this company's Hulk Hogan. It's a man that you guys were clowning on for, his moveset wasn't great. He is a man of many faces. At one point, he didn't talk. He had face paint, and much like the Ultimate Warrior, so my number 10 was Sting. 26 total titles. He was the only NWA, TNA, and WCW champ. Just a personal favorite of mine that I don't think he's gotten enough love for how he carried WCW over there. When he went to TNA, he was a beast, you know what I mean? And, his stint in WWE was short, but I think, he needed to touch all the bases, if you will, around the base path before he was inducted into the Hall of Fame. He's got all the accolades. He retired, then unretired. Whether he should be out here doing it, he's living his best life. More power to him. But I love Sting, so he's my 10.
Sting coming in at number 10. What don't I realize about Sting? Why should I like Sting? Because I think I liked him when I was younger. Sure. I know I liked him when I was younger. I know I did. But and I mean maybe it's because I'm more salty about I kind of like Surfer Sting. I think I like Surfer. He's my favorite version of Sting. My favorite version of Sting was Surfer Sting. But give me something. Give me like an anecdote.
Surfer Sting at 10.
Give me
my bad, y'all. I had to go off real quick.
Give me an anecdote of why I should like Sting more than I do.
I knew he was on the list.
I feel like Sting was that guy who, he was their superhero. Like he was there. If Hogan was Superman, he was Batman. If Hogan was your guy, your main eventer, Sting was like the guy that you put up against Ric Flair. Sting was the super baby face. There wasn't. They had guys, but he was just that guy that wanted to be their version of Hulk. Yes, he did. He was not doing all the movies that Hulk did. He was not, all the commercials and whatnot. But I feel like he was likable if you didn't. It just the like you said, the Rainbow Warrior Sting caught my eye, and it was just a thing I fell in love with.
I just like I like the high energy. I like high energy wrestlers.
I can't make you like them, but it's just one of those.
No. I'm asking you. This is why I'm doing this. This is about just staking your claim and telling me what's going on. It's not about a dislike. It's always about like all-time great stuff for me, but doesn't mean I'm right. It's just
depending on where they rank.
Yeah, well yeah. I'm not. I ain't worried about this dude's list.
Okay.
Well, I don't know, because I feel like at this point I'm gonna start pissing off Evan Mack, and I might not be on this show after the rest.
Oh hell no! I swear before God, boy.
Evan gonna cut the show off.
Real quick, I'm gonna just say this now.
I swear to God, boy.
Number 9 is Roman Reigns.
Okay.
So only because he hasn't done enough for a lot of, yes, they're about to give him records and whatnot, but I feel like just a lifetime achievement wise.
What the hell more does he have to do? You tell me what he got to do. Who's done more than this man? You really go? I'm sorry. Number nine is that number apparently. Talking about what does he have to do? My bad. I'm sorry, Chef. I'm sorry. This is a damn shame. Talking about what more does he have to do? Like he ain't done everything.
Like Roman, what more can I say?
I let this man go through his whole list, and he done already hijacked mine.
I apologize. That's my bad. I apologize. My number 9 was hijacked. Evan hijacked my number 9.
I did. So now when we get to me, I got to make sure my 9 gets hijacked no matter what.
I apologize. Shut up. I was trying to shut up. I'm sorry.
Listen. But your boy Jordan, JMC said, "Let's chef cook."
They took the pot out my hand. They turned the oven off.
I'm sorry.
And they put it back in the fridge. They're like, "You done." So
Row coming in at 9, baby.
When I looked at the scope of everyone on my list, I was like, can I really put him above these other people? Can I put him above this person? Can I put him above this person? And it's like, I could, but to me, he's still got more to do. He's still going to do more. He's still going to be around. He's still going to collect accolades along the way. So he will move up the list. Like if we talk about favorites, which is a different list, he's above 5. But if we're going with who I think the top 10 ever, he's on the list, but he's just not above everybody else. So 8, I'm going to give his due because I don't think anybody ever really mentions it, and his career was cut short. My 8 is Triple H. I mean,
very, very unsung wrestler for his
14-time champ, right? Like
he's for some reason, and I'm gonna tell you what it was, Chef. For real, I think a lot of him got knocked when the word got out that he was like with Steph. So that immediately made the positions he was put into called into question, fair or unfair. You know what I'm trying to say? That's when things changed as far as him being the all-time great. They were like, this is why he's getting pushed. This is why he's getting pushed.
Get in where you fit in. I mean, listen.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Yeah. Don't be mad.
I'm not mad at how he fast tracked his way to the top. The man is doing big things right now, and I'm happy he's there. In the meantime, his whole career, I mean, he was PWI Wrestler of the Year twice, multi-time champ. IC tag champs, DX. We got the whole thing right. He managed to turn a gimmick that I didn't think he would make it as. Hunter Hearst Helmsley with the looking like he's a horse jockey. I didn't think that was going to be a long-term gimmick, right? So he managed to turn something terrible into something great, and then made a great career out of it, and then managed to double down on his life partner, and then double down on that by being the man who's now running everything as far as creative. Like that's crazy.
Crazy.
Like, that's almost a Barry Bonds level. He about to be a Hall of Famer for like 3 different things. You know what I mean? Man. So that's
Triple
my
H.
8.
Triple H does not get enough credit. I'm telling you why. It's because of who he married. It's because of who he married into. He's one of those people that they automatically got the silver spoon thing, and not mentioning he's in some of the greatest rivalries, some of the greatest main events, some of the greatest matches, one of the best promos, one of the greatest entrances like of all time.
Mm-hmm. You would look forward to those WrestleMania entrances. You would look forward to
you know how sad I am he wasn't able to go out on his terms.
It hurts.
You know how much that breaks my heart. Him getting like a final match with Roman, or a final match with like Cody, or a final match with like Punk. That breaks my heart, man.
Yeah, man.
You ain't even say his best rival, in my opinion.
In your opinion.
So in your opinion,
he never got that one-on-one match at Mania. Mm-hmm. We were supposed to get it when he beat Sting, but he never got it. They never had that little.
Sting just happened too late because Sting didn't get there. Sting didn't get there fast enough. That happened too late, man. Damn.
Number 7 is a freak athlete, a gentleman who came into the industry. He was, man. When I saw this man wrestle, I was like, that he shouldn't even be able to move like that for what he looked like. My number 7, just for the simple fact that he changed the way I think they went to go scout wrestlers from here on out, is Brock Lesnar.
Had him up there before you even said it, brother.
You already knew.
I knew it.
I mean,
he's unbelievable, brother.
10 titles, PWI in twice, headline 5 WrestleManias. Just freak of nature. He almost made the NFL because he was bored. Like
UFC champion and was practicing for like a day. He was training for like a day and a half on the UFC title.
He was like, I'm gonna just train for 2 weeks and then go knock somebody out. Like, what do you like?
Brock Lesnar. Oh, that's, by the way, sorry to sidetrack you. That's my surprise interest on Saturday.
It's Brock Lesnar season. Rumble to SummerSlam is Brock Lesnar season.
It's showtime, and he's getting Gunther up out of there too.
I'm about to say that's the seed, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he's getting him up out of there. Number 7 all time. It's a great number 7, man. He's so special. I'm just glad he's on one of our lists because I hate to not give him his flowers. He is an all-timer, brother. He really is.
And honestly, his finisher is one of my favorites ever.
It's one of the nastiest finishers of all time. He could put it on anybody at any weight class. F5 is so nasty.
Remember when he F5 Rey Mysterio to the pole and just threw him?
Bro, when that dude, listen, like that F5 is so nasty, bro.
Yo, we used to go outside and try to F5 each other after events, like in the snow.
Strong.
One of the greatest finishing moves of all time.
7. I mean, first 4. I like that.
Number 6. He probably should have hung up sooner than he did, but has done everything. He was, Triple Crown champ, Grand Slam champ, 35 titles, had some of the nastiest moves, was super athletic, could go, was a hell of a wrestler in WCW. Then when he came to WWE and you see the Y2J stuff, I'm like, this guy,
boy, special.
So my number 6 was Y2J. He just crazy good.
He's so good, bro.
Good on the mic, good on the mat. Had so many different things. He was the foil to The Rock. He was, at that
undisputed
point,
champion that one night. That undisputed.
Number 1.
Yeah.
Only man to be Stone Cold and The Rock in the same
night.
I mean, just kept changing
Can't be said enough.
Things. Like he never did the same thing, right? He
never.
He changed his hair. He changed his clothes. He changed.
Bro, this dude got a list. He got a list over, bro. A list, a fake list.
Yes, man. Clipboard.
He the reason Cody Rhodes left AEW.
He would just pause. He would just pause. He'd be like, "You just made the list." I'm like,
it was great, and it got over.
Great list. What a great list so far, man.
They got a list right here.
All right, so now we're getting serious.
Because this is when it gets real serious here.
We got 5 spots. We got 5 spots left, and I have not. Well, other than 9 is going to be that spot where it pisses people off. That's just what it's going to be. It's kind of like every year in the NFL draft at the number 22 pick, somebody trades back into the first round and picks somebody that you don't need. I seen Brown.
He already know. Let me mute my mic.
Number 5 is The Rock.
That's a good spot for him. I don't care what anybody says. He wasn't there long enough, fam.
It's right. Short run.
Great impact, though. Icon.
Great impact. Icon. Headline WrestleManias. Went blow for blow with The Rock. Went just, people's champ, corporate champ, nation of domination. We've went through it all, right? Like, but when I'm looking at everybody else after this, I'm like, it's kind of disrespectful to put him above the other people just because he didn't do as much as these other guys. So I mean, he's obviously going to be, if it was a favorite list, he's my number 1. So that's
a good spot, bro. That's a good spot, man.
Greatest entertainer. Just electrifying. We all pop. He's that guy.
Every time.
Who? So
I think the greatest line in sports entertainment is when he goes finally in the city he's in. I think that's the greatest line in sports entertainment. I really do. I get goosebumps every time. I don't get goosebumps every time for everybody, but I get goosebumps
I feel
every
like
time.
He's never had writers, right? I feel like all of this stuff he came up with, it was genuine. It was from him, right? Like they let him cook.
It's just, man, that
Rudy Poontang, all of that. It doesn't matter. Like he made a
song to say that it doesn't matter. That it doesn't matter. Give a run.
But they made a show after the thing he said, though. It's still the name of the show. It's called SmackDown.
Yes.
This boy said, "I'll take you into the SmackDown hotel."
It's called Friday Night SmackDown.
Take you to the SmackDown hotel. You're right. I mean, that's crazy. Like that's
man, The Rock, boy, that dude was fun. Hey, ooh.
All right. So number four. Down. We getting.
This is.
So this is around the this is around the time where DPJ should have named this gentleman, 4-time champ. He main evented 5 times WrestleMania. First back-to-back Rumble winner. First guy to go wire to wire in the Rumble. Helped co-found DX. Ladder matches with Razor Ramon. It's the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
You better believe it, man. Let's. If he's not
going all the way to the start, you got the Rockers. I love the Rockers. I was a fan from the beginning. I'm like, I don't know what it is about these dudes, but they're awesome. As a kid,
they're awesome.
I love the Rockers, right?
Every single second of them. Every second.
And he puts them through the window, through the mirror, and I'm like, I hate that dude.
And that's why I love and that's why I say you have to keep kayfabe alive. And they ruined it. See that moment you're talking about, Chef? That moment we hated him for breaking up the Rockers because we thought it was real.
But then I loved him again because he was like the bad guy and he was the a-hole, and then he had Diesel with him, and I'm like, I like that guy.
Yep.
And it was like I hated him, then I loved him, then I hated him. I was definitely HBK. I'm not a Bret Hart guy, so I took that side. DX. We all love DX.
I was a Bret Hart guy, and he didn't make my list, so
right.
HBK at number 4. HBK at number 4. Very respectable position. Top 5, nothing last. Brother.
Barely. Damn.
So number 3.
I gotta get my pencil.
That's fine. You can get your pencil. I'm
going to get my. Go ahead. I can hear you.
All 3 of these guys are interchangeable, so I'm just gonna go out and say it. My number 3 is Stone Cold Steve Austin. Just because, only because the 2 people above him did a little bit more, longer careers. They definitely they just accomplished a little bit more. Like, don't get me wrong, influential and culture and all of these things with Austin checked all the boxes, right? Like,
absolutely.
Don't get me wrong. It was just that era of, he's fighting his boss. He's beating him up in the hospital. One of the best scenes was him and Booker T in the grocery store.
So good.
The monster trucks.
The milk truck,
the beer truck, just blowing things up, throwing titles off the bridge.
Oh, the cement truck,
like the things that they did with him. I don't think he was against the establishment, and it was amazing to see. And he worked. He was it. I watched the specials where he was talked about everything he would go through to wrestle. And, they talked about just the fact of he was able to finish that match when he got pile drived on his head with his neck. Like, it was just, like, I respect him.
What up, Jim?
To me, he's just not my number 1, but he's top 3.
Can't argue, brother. Strong list, brother. It's the strong list. Number 2.
Number 2 is the man that should have been DPJ's number 2, but we'll leave. I forgive you, but the second best wrestler of all time is Randy Orton. Period.
RKO. My mind is blown that he's on your top 10. Seriously, blown.
Youngest champ.
My mind is blown.
Second generation, or maybe third. Is it second generation? Second generation. Third? Two. He said 3.
3? No, it's 3. He's third.
Okay. It just
daddy, granddaddy, and him.
Yeah, granddaddy, daddy. And
Okay. Nastiest finisher.
Nasty.
Can finisher from anywhere. How many people's finishers can happen from anywhere? So it's freak athlete. He was given everything at a young age. It took him a while. He fell on his face. He was hated. He was loved. A part of evolution. Like, that was nuts, right?
Evolution is a mystery.
And easily. In some people's minds, maybe Batista can be honorable mention on these lists, but like,
love Batista, man.
Shout out Batista, man.
I love Batista.
Man.
Yeah, Orton for me, just the amount of championships he's won, the epic matches he's had, his battles with Edge, his battles with Cena, is just. I'm happy he's back. Looks great.
Looks amazing.
He should get another title or two before he's done. But yeah, that guy, as long as he's been doing it, he's talented. He's like, he was their Ken Griffey Jr. He was their kid. He was their phenom.
Utility. He can do it all, bro. Give you about 40 home runs, steal some bases, get you the glove love as well.
Mm-hmm. Do it all. 5'2" athlete.
There it is, the 5'2", baby. Randy Orton coming in at number. I am flabbergasted.
You're welcome.
Number one wrestler of all time on Chef's list. Brother.
It's John Cena, and let me tell you why. John Cena is wrestling people. There's nothing can't do.
Can't deal with this dude right now.
He did everything.
Cannot deal with this dude. Your number. Never mind. Let me shut up.
Yes.
You shut the hell up.
What? My number what? Come on. What?
Shut up.
What?
Nothing. This is your time.
He's the GOAT. Who else is the GOAT besides him?
I'm telling you. You know how long it took me to realize this? It's not like this stuff happened overnight. This is about, you know what it was? It was 7 years ago. I was like, this dude's the GOAT.
And look what he's doing. He turned a dude, a character in Suicide Squad we did not care about, and they gave him a show. He turned that into, he's the voice of Honda commercials. He turned that into
Experience Boost.
Right. Every time I look up, John Cena
carbon neutral by 2030. You hear me?
Yeah. Every time I look up, John Cena is on my team.
I listen to John. Damn.
John can't do no wrong. John might as well run for president.
I don't have. I mean, it's a great number one. He was my number three. I mean, what I'm gonna argue about?
Can't argue with the top three. Listen, I'm stunned. I'm stunned by this man's list. To be honest with you, didn't know what to expect. Never know what to expect.
You shouldn't.
Run them down. 10-1.
10-1. All right. So 10 was Sting, 9 was Roro, 8 was Triple H, 7 was Brock, 6 was Y2J.
Damn.
5 was Dwayne, 4 was Shawn, 3 was Austin.
Wow.
2 was the Mighty Mississippi, and 1 was Goat Man Cena.
That list is crazy, man. It's just different. Listen, Randy Orton at number 2, flabbergasted, just because
lay your ass down for the 3-second 10.
Bro, I only call Randy top 5 just because I wanted to be the first to do it. But I told you, I told you that story, man. I swear to you, because I've never really had the pleasure, because Randy don't do like shows and shit. He don't do like you gotta find that dude. You put like this, you gotta damn near put a gun in this dude's head for him to do like a morning show. So like he was in the hotel in Dallas. And Heidi's like, yo, that's Orton, man. I said, what? I was like, oh, he's checking in. I said, I can't say nothing to him. I said, look, yo, if this dude's he's around in the next hour or something. I said, if it's meant to be, I'll say something no matter what. And Heidi's like, Evan, look. That's Orton. Like, oh shit, I gotta say something now, because he just popped up. And I swear to you, bro, I said, yo, I go top 5. And I go, top 5. And then he turned around. Let me tell you why I know why this dude's top 5. He goes top 20 maybe. That's what he said. That's what he said about himself, yo. And that's when I was like, that's why you my top 5 right there. And then I go, well, listen, bro. I said, I call you the Mighty Mississippi. Can I call you the Mighty Mississippi? And he giggled because he understands what that means. Anybody with half a brain knows the Mississippi River is a constant flowing stream. That's what it is. It's a river that just keeps flowing.
Don't jump in. Your ass ain't gonna get out.
And that's what Randy Orton said, baby. That's what Randy Orton said, baby. He goes, psh. He turned, he goes, top 20 maybe. I said, oh, hell no. I ain't letting him get away with that. So the question is, who was the 19 that he thinks is in front of him? Think about that. He thinks there's 19 other competitors ahead of him. I go, really? I would love to know who he thought. I wish he had time. I'd be like, give me the 19.
That's a good question.
Because Randy is special. He's a good worker. He wrestles safe. Everyone that's with him looks good. He's responsible for my favorite black championship run of all time, which is Mark Henry. Okay. He's willing to give up titles to good people to push them. Look at the people who he's lost to when he's lost to them, like who they've elevated afterwards. That's another thing people don't put in their mind, by the way. The thing that I factor in when I come to greatness is who have you elevated at your time being there. That's why there's no one in the world. John Cena himself can't tell me he's not the greatest. I go, John, it was your choice to put Sheamus over. It was your choice to put Kevin Owens over. See, people just gloss over that kind of stuff. That matters. Do y'all remember Kevin Owens' debut?
He did. He beat him the first night. Yeah,
he beat him the first night. Do y'all remember Sheamus's like coming out party? Yo, Cena elevates people, and he be getting squashed for people. He let Solo squash him. He damn near let Austin Theory squash him. Damn near. That match was quick. I was still finding my seat before that match was over. Real talk. I was like,
damn.
What? I was like, so yes or no, AJ is where he's at right now without that rivalry in the beginning.
Absolutely,
man. John is that boy's man. That right there, damn the title reigns. It's the people he's put over that are still household names right now off of his back. That's greatness. That's why I always knock a Hogan. That's why I knock a lot of the OGs. Don't tell me this was your spot. You could put anybody over you want to put over. You can put anybody over you want to put over. It's the ones that do that, to me, stand the test of time. Y'all can say whatever you want to say. This reign that Roman was on is historic, but before that, Roman would stay losing to people.
Oh yeah, it was covered in dog food, and Baron Corbin was his last match. And, Dolph Ziggler poured that dog food all over him. That happened to my guy.
Bruh. DPJR chef with a hell of a list. JMC next week. See what he got cooking. I'm curious. I'm very curious.
It's kind of crazy. Like I wrote his list down. I mean, all right. I had Charlotte Flair where he had Triple H, but like for instance, he put Brock at 7. I put Kurt Angle at 7. Like tomato to tomato.
That's tough.
Oh no, yeah, don't get me wrong. Right, that's another honorable mention. Like Booker, like you put Booker. I wanted to put Booker.
And Sting. Booker and Sting. I mean, tomato.
So
Kurt was nice, and that's
he was nice with it. But that's the thing we're talking about. This is only 10, man. Like this, it's
Jericho and Orton.
But it's it's never who's on the list, fam. It's always about who's not on the list.
And it's tough because you think about it, and it's like, but then again, it's like, how do you leave Ric Flair off the list? How do you leave Undertaker off the list? Because it's my list, damn it.
Yo, everybody out there enjoy the Royal Rumble. Damn it, just enjoy wrestling. How about that? How about we all just enjoy wrestling and have a good old time?
It's hard to enjoy because they trying to tell you everything that happened before it happened on the internet.
Talk about it. So hard to enjoy a product when you're just literally trying to enjoy the product.
Like I open my phone and you get this news and I'm getting scoops that I don't need scooped. Like stop.
Let me tell you something. This is why I love the Royal Rumble, because there's always this speculation, but don't nobody know shit. That's the one thing this company
been
keeps
pretty
tight-lipped.
airtight lately.
Oh, they've been very airtight. They're starting to weed out some of these moles they got in that damn company, because there's definitely some moles out here leaking some stuff for some perks or whatever the hell they leaking it for. But yeah, man, that was a pleasure as always, gentlemen. JMC will probably pull up next week. He got a list to give, and then I'll give my list, and then we will break down this Royal Rumble and we see who was right. Yo, Jay, you still there, bro? If you still there, bro, who's winning the Royal Rumble, female or male? If you're listening, fam.
I was gonna say I don't know. I don't think he said anything.
He did.
Did he give a winner though?
Nah, I need picks, and I don't need no waffling. Give me them picks, JMC.
He said something a couple minutes ago. I can edit this part out.
I will edit.
I'll edit. I'll wait up in this joint. You gotta put feet to fire, because you were part of this show. Feet to fire. So for DP, what I got? Would you say Cody? Would you say Cody?
I said Punk and Bailey.
No, he said Punk and Bailey.
Punk and Bailey. You said Cody and Liv.
Yeah.
I got Sasha and Punk. Yeah, Jay, if you ain't there, it's okay. We'll rehash. We'll rehash next week.
I think I just want to be entertained, and I'm happy, like I said, that they're leaving us to wonder who else is going to show up. Like telling me everybody ahead of time is so annoying, because the only good thing about last year's Rumble was the fact that Gunther went wire to wire, but like there was no. I mean, the Brock spot was nice, but it was almost telegraphed how it happened.
Mm-hmm. Yes.